There, welcome back to today's Morning Moxie with Larisa. I know it's been a minute, but ta-da. I've been really spending a lot of time on my podcast, which we'll talk about later. But today I had to come back and visit you because it is the new year. And I definitely wanted to weigh in on the time-honored tradition of not so much the resolutions. I'm at an age where I don't necessarily do resolutions, but of course I still continue to do goals. And I wanted to suggest perhaps a different precursor, if you will, a different starting point for your goals. And that is what today's Moxie is about. So briefly, if you're new to my channel, welcome. On this channel, we talk about bite-sized pieces of inspiration and motivation to help you jumpstart your day. I'm also talking about success, leadership, and personal development strategies to help you grow and become. And so that is what we're going to talk about today. And if you are returning, welcome back. Anywho, as I mentioned, this is a precursor to setting your goals. I want to help you write more meaningful goals. And in doing so, there are three things we want to talk about today. First of all, it involves writing a personal mission statement. Now, a lot of businesses are, they do focus groups, they get the board together and they do their whole mission and their vision statement. So when we think about that for a corporation, that's all grand because lots of businesses do that. But I'm suggesting as a leader, a business owner, perhaps a solopreneur, entrepreneur, multipreneur, that you want to consider having your own personal statement separate from your business mission statement. And that's what we want to talk about today. So, sometimes the question comes up, what are the three parts of a personal mission statement? And say, for example, what is a good personal mission statement? So I'm going to attempt to answer those questions for you today. So you may have heard me say in the intro, use the phrase growing and becoming. And I use that because I think that is very descriptive of how we are when we're on our journey. It's my constant mantra and it's open-ended because as we grow and become, the person we become is ever changing. And so as you crest one mountain peak, right, the view from the top, of course, reveals other majestic peaks for you to climb. So it cannot be, one and done. So that's why I use the phrase growing and becoming. That's why my personal lifestyle mission brand is Kaizen, Japanese for continuous improvement. So personal development, the first part of your mission statement, I feel like starts with personal development, and personal development is just all the things that you do to become the best version of yourself. So we want you to channel your curiosity into meaningful channels. This lifelong learning is good, but you want it to be, always moving you forward. So think about the best version of yourself. What does that look like? The person you are today, do you feel like that is the best version of yourself? Not suggesting you need to fix anything, but again, as a smart thought leader, mover and a shaker, a leader, business owner, person who is out and about, I think that we're always becoming. And so we are growing and ever changing, and we're building upon who we are because, we see the big picture. And so you have your personal development, that's the first part. And then the second part I'm going to say are your core values. Now we all have core values, whether we thought about it or not, but these are kind of like your guideposts for your decision making. As you go through life, this is how you determine what's right or wrong. This kind of probably determines the people that you spend time with. What are your values? Mine definitely built on trust, integrity, honesty. Those types of values, those are hugely important to me. And so once you violate my trust, we probably don't have anything else to talk about. But that's me. Everyone has their own values, but those are important in how we shape our future and how we plan our life. And so I would say the third part, if you will, is your legacy. So when you're creating your personal mission statement, what is it you want to leave? What imprint do you want to leave on the world around you or the people around you, your family? What do you want to be known for? So you want to kind of ask yourself, who am I? And really is, what are the things I'm doing true to the internal values or the internal vision that I have for myself. So those are, I would say, the three parts: your personal development, your core values, and the legacy that you hope to leave. And so as far as what is a good personal mission statement, that which reflects who you aspire to become, how you wish to be perceived, and how you will achieve this. So if you can craft those three parts into a meaningful, I don't know, 2 or 3 sentences, maybe a paragraph at best. You don't want to make it so grandiose that no one can live up to it. I would say that those would be the components of a good personal mission statement. So I'm suggesting that you start with your mission statement, do some reflection, if you will, on the personal development, who you hope to be, who you aspire to be, who are your role models, who do you choose to emulate as you are on your growth journey. So when you have that conversation, when you have those kind of honed down into the 3-sentence, 1-paragraph mission statement, I'm suggesting that is an excellent place for you to start before you start writing your goals for this year. And we're going to come back to that, because if you visit me on my podcast channel, Divas, Diamonds, and Dollars podcast, it is every week on Sundays. We're doing a 4 P's of Peak Performance challenge. And the first one happens to be personal, the category of personal development, or the whole person. So make sure that you check out the podcast each Sunday on Divas, Diamonds, and Dollars podcast, certainly available on Spotify and Anchor podcast. But anyway, so much for my commercial break. That has been today's Morning Moxie with Larisa, and I hope that you are as excited as I am about this chapter coming up for 2022. I will see you on the next video. Ciao.